So here we go. Going to be Deezer spawning in the top right as the red Proton's going to have CheckPrime. In the bottom left as the pink Zerg. And Deezer complaining about delay. I'm actually not familiar with where he's actually from. I was under the assumption that he was American, but I guess that would be a wrong assumption. So gonna see how this plays out. But let's see here, 9. Looking for 10. Usually Koreans seem to go for that 10 overlord, although CheckPrime going for a 9 instead. So going for the other variation that we sometimes see. And probe already going out for that scout. We'll see if the overlord sees it or not, but don't think he will. Yep, we're going to cut across on the back side of the gold. And there's that depot, of course, to elite and to inform that it is an MLG map. 3 more drones coming out, so we're going to be potentially seeing a 14 pool here shortly. And probe going to get into the middle of the mineral line. There we go. That's a tongue twister at times. Early gas. We've been seeing this a lot today as well. For a lot of the Zerg players that we casted today, going gas before pool. So really, we've seen kind of a shift. It used to be that we saw pool go down first, then gas. Now we're seeing the reverse to try to get speedlings out a little bit faster, which is always interesting to see. But there is that extractor. We're going to see 3. There we go. 3 drones. And gateway coming out. We're going to see that makeshift wall, of course, with the cybernetics core assimilator almost done for Deezer. And that probe coming back in to check things out, seeing if there's any type of hatchery going down, if it's an early hatch, all that good stuff. Overlord's still continuing to make his way up into Deezer's base. And we'll probably see him shift. We may actually see him shift and go over here, but a lot of times we'll see it actually go over into the natural to make sure of that nexus going down, what have you, off of a fast expand. Secondary assimilator going down, so we'll be seeing sentries. And the probe going to be stopping that expansion hatch, that natural hatch, from going down at least as long as possible. As we do see speed being researched. Looking over at economy, 19 to 16. So getting that underway. And of course, 2 lanes going to come out, take out this probe, and trying to stop that hatchery from going down. And nice block. Almost thought he had it, but 4 lanes now. There we go. And that probe is going to head home. We'll see how far it gets, though. It will be able to outrun those Zerglings, albeit barely. Terrain is going to have to be his friend. That Ling is gaining. Oh! And he will take that probe down. So Zealot going to be blocking the entrance, of course. Do see a sentry coming on the back side of this, and a 2nd and 3rd gateway going up. So, needs to be careful that Zealot does not want to move. And Zerglin's just going to be kind of parking it outside of Deezer's base in order to get a little bit of a scout of any type of expansion. Speed has finished. There's the current boost. No row bay yet. Oh, man. 4 piling down at the bottom of the ramp. 2 sentries now. And hatchery almost done. There's secondary queen already out. No transition to banglings or roaches or anything of that nature. And as soon as I say it, there it is. But Zergling's just going to kind of try to harass this ramp a little bit to try to deter the nexus. Didn't quite get it done, but not necessarily a big deal. And Forge going down as well. There is a warp in of more sentries, and they will be working on taking out that depot. And these Zerglings, while not very destructive in minor mass, they will be in greater mass. Oh man, that could have been bad news. I believe that was a probe that CheckPrime took out. And that Overlord will park itself over here. Now, this, in theory, you can see the type of fire war that you have down here could easily throw a Nidus Storm up into the base, and that would just spell disaster for Deezer if you were to do that. But right now I don't see that happening. I mean, we don't even have Lair Tech out on the board. There we go. Going to start that Lair Tech Evolution Chamber coming into play as well. So more than likely going to see that level 1 missile attack happening. How many sentries do we have on the board? We have 8. And there we go. Finally some Stalkers getting morphed in. I was waiting to see when that was going to happen. Curiously, no Robo-Bay yet. So opting to get the next 2 guys. Going for more of a 4-gate build though to start things off, and we'll probably see that Robo-Bay come on the back half of that once that's completed. So we'll see what's happening. In the meantime, does look like CheckPrime going to go for a natural third, not going to go for the gold, as we have seen a lot of Zerg players start doing, where they'll go for the gold for the third instead of going for that one at the bottom of that ramp. Lair almost done. Hallucination being researched now. Is it being chrono boosted? No. Just the natural research. And looking over at economy, 35 to 43. So CheckPrime in a pretty good position right now. 45 to 36 now. In terms of worker count, so definitely getting that economy established, which is always good stuff. Level 1 missile attack in play. Burrow and Roach speed coming with crew tumor expansion as well. I would like to see a couple more crew tumors out of CheckPrime, but it doesn't have that third queen out just yet to kind of formulate that crew tumor push. So, and obviously if we do see a robotics facility, which we should be, there it is, along with a 5th gateway coming up. Hallucinating Phoenix going to be sitting here. We should be seeing observers come shortly, but we may see just a direct transition into Colossus. And Speedling's going to be making their rounds. Questions where they're going to head. Ooh, nicely done with the Overlord, going to prevent a third. And Double Pylon going to be blocking the back track. CheckPrime will have his third discovered though by Deezer. And Immortals and Stalkers now being produced. Spire on the way. And another Hallucinated Phoenix coming in. Gonna know that those gold rocks are being busted down. And more Immortals, but he's not. There we go. He is chrono boosting it. No chrono boost on the Forge, interestingly enough. And oh, what do we got here? We got Lings coming. Looks like it's going to be 29 Lings and 13 Roaches if he sends the whole army. And he is going to be doing that. As no level 2 weapons has been researched. He's got a lot of minerals built up. I'm kind of curious as to why. He must be, yeah, he's waiting for that Spire to finish. Then we're going to see Mutas pop out. But with this many Stalkers out, that's going to be kind of interesting. So he's almost going for just kind of a Roach in between middle ground, and then we're going to see him transition into a Muta-Ling combo with the way he's building this. Of course, he's got to be so careful because of those sentries. They do have full energy, does not want to get caught here. And there are going to be 12 Mutas building right now, which is just going to be a lot of harassment damage coming. Of course, 16 is the optimal number. And a little bit of ring around the rosy. And oh, does look like he's going to be going for that natural. And it looks like Deezer's going to be going for the third. We'll see if Check pulls back. No, he's going to go for it. And he may actually just go straight for that. Yeah, he's just going to go straight for that cannon. And Deezer going to go for the third. He's going to, so base race is now on. But you can see a fourth actually being thrown down by CheckPrime as a backup plan. There are 12 Mutas popping. And here comes Deezer now. He has Hallucinated Colossus in his mix. Mutas are coming. And he may just go for this. And yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. There is a force field on the ramp, but the Zerglings are going to get through. Another force field going to try to block him in. And Roach is down the low ground, just going to continue to take out the natural. And it does look like there are drones in the back. They are moving in. Where are the Mutas? Did they? There they are. They're on the high ground. They're going to be moving up. And Deezer is now in a base race situation. He's moved into the main. This extractor actually may come into play here as a backup plan. And there is what is being built. More Mutas actually coming in. The Lair Tech being taken out. Hatchery is down. And he's trying to get his food count in check so he can actually produce something. But once that Lair Tech goes down, he's going to kind of know that there's something else somewhere. on top of that, but another hatchery, so he's just basically buying himself time. There is a base race. Pros being taken out. Muta's trying to get into the mix here, and we might actually see a base trade of all things, but he doesn't want pylons thrown up in random intervals. There's 1,200 minerals thrown up, and these probes are just being taken out one by one. And are all the probes gone? Yes, they are. So Deezer has no probes. This is going to be down to the wire here. Deezer, like I said, has no workers, but CheckPrime has 19. Oh no! Somehow Deezer was able to get one probe out. That is immediately stripped. He's trying to build another one. Main Nexus going down, and that's going to be it. And now Deezer making a beeline for home in order to try to salvage some of this. But looking at it, there is, oh my goodness, Deezer calling CheckPrime pathetic as the base race is on, but there are 2 hatcheries, and Deezer just going to flat out leap. So CheckPrime takes this. As the force fields are just going up, he's going to try to buy himself some time if he can. But there are just so many forces here for CheckPrime that it is just not going to matter. Oh, wow. And Deezer saying that he doesn't deserve a GG. Oh, my goodness.